Good morning, be again. Checking in from your local Starbucks. Shout out them bad bitches. Man, honestly, here we go. I'm getting best of both worlds out of me. I had a really good week last week. On paper, bad week this week, but I mean, honestly, I didn't think it was that bad of a week. It was a slow week to start the week. I will say that. I showed up every day. I only took trades on Tuesday, no trades Thursday. Yeah, and a couple trades yesterday. Now, granted, yeah, I'm on a losing streak right now, but honestly, bro, I thought I took some good trades. Some of these I probably could have avoided. I know I could have avoided one of the Nasdaqs from a couple days ago, and possibly even Nasdaq from yesterday. But I'm gonna hop right into this. So yeah, we started the week off. So Monday, granted Monday I showed up. I tried to put an order in, which I would have had to cancel anyway because it failed on. Honestly, I think that was Nasdaq too. But I was just trying to get behind some of these moves, some of this good action, and I guess I just wasn't able to position myself successfully on some of these moves, especially during my time. I know during the day, like New York session, and like afternoon, it was some big ass moves that I wasn't a part of. It wasn't much liquidity going on in the morning, but let me just show some of these. So okay, I was trading this. Matter of fact, okay, this actually was in New York. This was 10:36. I think this is Eastern time. I think. Let me double check. 11:36. Okay, it was actually at 11:36. So this one must have been at 12:32 because I was about an hour after. But okay, this trade right here. Let's look at this. Yeah, I sold Nasdaq at 11:36. This was the entry. This actually was a really good trade. It was a really good area to trade from. I really like this momentum block. Price had came out of this distribution. So remember, this was a sell. I flipped my chart. Price had got out of this distribution, bounced off of this 10 MA really cleanly, and I was able to position myself. This honestly was a really good trade. Like I said, I did a break even really quickly. Like my first sign of strength, obviously this candle, I'm gonna break even every time when I see some shit like this, meaning just move my stop loss up to my entry point. Now, unfortunately, this had came to that point, stopped me out, and then took off without me. Actually, would have worked out. Which is fine. I'm gonna take trades like this. I've showed y'all some of these now. In the grand scheme of things, hopefully I can show y'all like over these next 50 trades, 100 trades that I'm taking live. I could kind of build on why this saves me money. So like I had a good example for my next trade. Was on. Hold up. 2 seconds. Had a good example of this saving me money here in this next trade. I took another sell on Nasdaq. So, boom, I even took a note of it. I said, there's going to be times you may consider changing your BE rules. I'm talking about me. To keep you in trades that might work out like the other one. Don't do it. Moving to BE saves you, makes you more money in the grand scheme of trades in the long term. And I know this based off of testing, based off of data collection and all that. Here's a perfect example. So, same thing. I moved to break even off of this candle and this trade. Because I guess the other option I have is to wait for some type of pullback and then extension again. But I just knew, like in the past when I was doing that, I ended up losing more, and that's the thing. I want to try to limit my drawdown, especially trading with a prop firm at the moment. Like I can't lose the whole 150K. Not that I would, but I'm saying like I'm limited. I'm always going to be limited. So this is a good example of this actually saving me from a loss. This was a break even, and yeah, I mean I'm always happy to take the risk off as fast as I could. But kind of so this was kind of the same thing here. So this was the break even I had taken, and even in my notes, my markup, I even said I was like, bet I'm gonna wait for another opportunity here in the second momentum block and see if I can get position, because I'm gonna keep doing this. This is how I trade. I let price come out of these accumulation or distribution areas, what I call stage one, into stage two. Stage two being the momentum that these legs coming up, and honestly, I mean, until failure, yeah, I'm gonna keep following up to 3 or 4. Like I'm happy to take them, and if this can keep presenting itself in 3 momentum blocks. So this next trade, no trades Wednesday. I traded live on YouTube. It was really laggy. I also didn't have any audio, so I'm like, I don't know what was going on. But I mean, scratch all that. I didn't take any entries. Nothing was looking good. Everything I planned for didn't work out, like with my analysis. So I mean, I just kind of stayed on the sideline all day. This one, this was a loss. This was a loss. Okay. This one, I would say this could have been avoidable just because of, especially being, I think it's different when I'm on like a winning streak, and, I could be a little bit more aggressive. Now, granted, I think in my mind at the time, I hadn't taken a loss for the week. This is only my 3rd trade, and the underlying context looked decent. Like, I mean, this looks okay, honestly. It gets pretty choppy, and some of the trades I took even yesterday, being Friday, on NASDAQ kind of look like this, and I don't know. I guess I could probably get away from these or just start being more patient, but it's basically the same thing. This is what I had saw. So this was that first demand block since we're buying. So came out of this range, showing me on the. It's showing momentum on the not momentum. Price is respecting the MAs in this first momentum block. And I was happy, especially when I saw price get up out of here. I was happy to try to position myself on this. I use this candle, what I call FFNB. It's just a fractal of a fractal, so it don't matter. It's good. This was technically a valid entry, but like I said, there's just better entries. So like I could have waited for this red candle and buy stop this whole thing, which is what I positioned myself on the next trade. So that was a lot. That ended up being a loss. I did like this though. So this being the momentum block, since I entered that on the 5-minute, I used the 30-minute as my validation time frame. So same shit. All I want to see from my V time frame is price coming here and showing some type of respect on these MAs. I like this bull candle coming off of that, so I'm like, okay, bet price could. This is a good opportunity. Price could possibly take off to the top side, but so it failed. And then my 5-hour, kind of same thing going on here. Next trade, this was a loss too. I ended up taking another trade in the same area. Also, these I could get away from doing these. I was thinking this was, I don't know. Again, I'm still thinking, okay. It's later in the week. I've only taken 1 loss. I want some trades. I'm trying to make some money, and I guess I got to be more comfortable sitting on the sideline. I mean, for a week if I must, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm getting better. This is the trade. This is the trade I'm happy with. If I wasn't to take that previous trade, which was like off of this candle, and only took this, I would have been perfectly fine with that. The fact that I had taken that last trade, I probably should have stayed out of this one, just kind of let this do whatever it wants. Because, I mean, at the same time, that last trade could have worked out. And the fact that it didn't and came back down here, that should have been a sign. Like, okay, this shit probably wants to chop around. But at the same time, too, even after I had taken that loss, I was like, look, I still like this momentum MB. Always did. I'm trying to position myself on this move. So, that was just my thoughts to that. Kind of same shit. Wick me in, stopped me out pretty quickly. So I'm just like, okay, all right. So I took my 2 losses that day. So even in my live trade video, which it should already be on YouTube right now, I edited it a little bit. So, I'm not sitting here having to watch me walk away for 2 hours and shit. I try to keep all the shit relevant. So editing, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of my first time actually editing a video. Took a long fucking time, so please check that out if you want. If not, I don't give a fuck. It is what it is. It is what it is. But okay, so this here too, like this being my entry time frame. This is my validation. This I could probably get away from some of these. So being this just wanted to sit here and chop. Yes, price is respecting these MAs and possibly wants to go higher, but when. it keep like it's just so hard to judge. And granted, this ended up, I think it came down a little bit more and took off after that. So, but these are the type of blocks, like they're still valid. They're valid in terms of like bullishness. Like it's not like it's failing, and I'm like, okay, bet market's about to turn around. Like no, it's probably still going to continue. However, just let it continue without you. Like these are trades I can avoid. These are trades I can avoid. This was also a trade that I took. I took this entry within 10, 15 minutes of me hopping on the chart, and I mean, I'm not saying that's a sign like I'm rushing shit, but and that's a sign I'm low-key rushing shit. Like I could be way more patient. I did like this underlying context. You know, price was at this. It was on the 5 in May at the time, and like I said, I want to say, look. So okay, that's actually exactly what happened. So I got stopped out. It kind of took off, but even these like this just isn't. This isn't strong momentum. You feel me? All these wicks coming up. Like this whole move took about, this being a 5 minute, this shit took like an hour to happen. So like, and then swept. This right here, I know it's cut off, but this right here is the action I'm trying to be a part of. And I don't know, in a sense, I could have waited for some type of sweep like this, but you know how it goes. Trading, it's always hindsight. It's always hindsight in 2020. My entry came down in here and same shit. I mean, this took off. This shit was very valid, but you know, even from the 5, I could have waited till it hit the 10. I could have waited until it hit the 20. So I could have displayed a lot more patience this week. You know, just it was a really slow week, like I said. But now this trade, this is a really good fucking trade. Matter of fact, I think I lost because I started dancing. Get behind. Okay, RTY hit 2. Let's go, please. Just nigga, let's go, nigga. It's the weekend. Hold on, let me chill. Let me get to break even, and then I celebrate. And you know, I had my camera on. I think they saw it, and they was like, "Hold up, this nigga ain't about to get cocky on this. Let's go ahead and sweep his shit right quick." So I'm about to go back to bed. Think about my actions. I knew I shouldn't have been dancing. I fucked up. Fucked up with that one, for sure. But I was excited for this trade. This is probably the best trade I took all week, and I liked it a lot. I really did. I liked it because I'm in here. So remember all that chop I was saying in on the MAs and my other validation time frames. Like granted it's there, but you know, it's just, you don't know when it's gonna happen. Now this shit is clean. It's very decisive. Came to the MA as soon as it did, took off. Kind of same shit. This wick, price was up here at the time of my entry. Like this shit, in my opinion, was beautiful, bro. I was so excited to take this. Russell looked really good, which I took an entry on my other account too on that, which that bitch actually worked out. I manually closed it just because, bro, I had taken my 2 losses on. I took my 2 losses for the day, both on my 150K account. And I was tired. I didn't want to have to manage to break even. It wasn't at break even at the moment. So, I mean, if it was, I would have just let it go. But, you know, it was kind of playing around. And I'm just like, you know what, this shit probably might want to fail. So I'm not about to sit around and wait for it to do so. Now, so this is the aftermath of this. Now, this shit right here, this shit could kill a nigga. Like, it could do a lot to hurt your confidence. Me, I'm not gonna lie, I was actually happy when I saw this shit work out, because I'm just, this builds conviction in my system. Like, just seeing this shit, this right here, what are you looking at? Look, I got stopped out by one tick or 2 ticks. Whatever it was, it had came down and then went in my direction, which would have won. So trades like this, man, they still add to my confidence. Now, granted, on paper, yeah, not so great of a week. I had my break evens in here, but yeah, I mean, still, I didn't take no extra wins or no extra losses. Some of these get split up, so all 4 of these was part of one trade, I believe. Yeah, they were all part of one trade, so that's about, like, that was a little over 500. These can't be on my trades, is it? Oh, yeah. This was one trade by itself. I can't even me see these tickers. Hold on, let me move me over real quick. Oh yeah, this is all NQ. So the MNQ is just a micro. That's that. When I trade that, it's because my stop loss gets too big on the main ticker, because my stop loss being too big, meaning it's over 100 ticks. If it's over 100 ticks, I damn near got to move to micro Nasdaq, because instead of ticks costing $5 per tick on Nasdaq, on MNQ they're 50 ticks. So I could get. It's just a math. Matter of fact, I plan to drop a video kind of explaining how I manipulate risk and stuff, because that's a big deal. That's a big deal with trading. I know a lot of people that kind of get into this. They're not taught how to be able to do that, how to calculate their own risk. So especially with the futures, this is something. When I got into the futures this past year, I had to kind of learn for myself. Me and ChatGPT, he was my bestie, bro. I used to type it in, because all you got to see for real is how much each ticker costs or how much each asset costs per tick. So when you have that, I mean, it's just math at that point, because then you're seeing how many ticks is your stop loss worth, and then you're like, okay, but how many contracts can I get in there? So I will drop a video about that, but yeah. Now, granted, okay, I took a trade on my other account as well. I'm back down. I'm up 1,800. The profit goal for the 150K is 9,000. I'm pretty sure. This, man, I made a bonehead accident on this. I took a few of the same trades from my account, but one of my trades, I did not mean this. So this is all one trade. I lost like 800 off of this trade because I was trying to be fast in terms of calculating my risk and stuff. And I believe I took this position on my other chart too, on my other pair. What was 116? That was Thursday. So one of those NASDAQ losses I had taken on this as well, and I accidentally doubled the risk, meaning I put too many contracts in there. I think I was only supposed to do one, because I did two contracts on my 150K account, which calculated my risk about 500. I did 3 on this. I did 3 or 4 on this. Looks like I did 3. So I caught it. I had seen that had happened, and after I was down like halfway, I'm already down 500. I'm like, no way. So I knew what it was off rip. Granted, this is my beat up account. I care about it, but it's like, I don't know, all this shit extra for real. Like, I didn't even mean to have this account, to be honest, but whatever. I just kind of ran with it, took it and ran with it, and then so that's why that number's so big. I literally only took 2 trades this week, and then this was that break even I was talking about on Russell, which this was the trade. This was from yesterday. Ended up working out. I think I probably closed around here, but yeah, though. So obviously I need a good week next week to bounce back. I am probably down. I know I'm down 4R, but I had even this break even due to the equity rules with Nasdaq. That probably puts me down about 6 or 7R. With risking 500, you can only lose like 10R. So I need some winners. I definitely need some winners. I'm gonna blow this account, but I mean, it is what it is. Granted, I'm not gonna lie. So the one of the biggest things with trading, and especially with me, I hear this from other people's success stories, is don't let this shit be your end all be all. Until these numbers don't mean nothing. Like, it's gonna get to a point where my 1R equals 10,000. So I might have lost 40,000 this week, but that don't mean like that's all my pay by any means. That means I probably have an account with like 500,000, $1 million in there. So like I can live off of that, and that's what I'm trying to get to where I can actually do this shit full time. I have a job. This shit is still a game to me. So I'm getting better at the game, granted, but I mean until then, I can feed my family. I can still feed my family. I can feed my kids. I don't got kids, but you feel me? Once I do, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. And that's where I'm at right now. I'm not gonna detour away from my system. I'm not gonna change my break-even rules. I'm not gonna. Maybe on this one, I probably had a pretty tight stop. I had a really tight stop on this. I even saw it in my when I was editing my video. I'm like, damn, that video or that stop was really tight. Like, usually I let this breathe a little bit. I could put my stop a couple pieces under this candle, under this box. So you know, I mean, just minuscule things like that. But like in terms of decision making, man, like it's okay. It's there. It's there. The potential is there, and you know that's all that matters to me. So yeah, thank you for tapping in. You know, I told y'all I was gonna be transparent as possible. You know, I have nothing to hide. I really don't. This shit is real life. This shit is real life. So, you know, we're gonna be back next week. I'm sure I'm gonna have a really good week. Be way more patient. I'm not trying to take them choppy ass trades that are coming from the momentum blocks, but yeah, that's where we at though. So, like I said, thank you for watching. We're gonna bounce back. We're gonna bounce back.